You're watching Soulful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing.
Good, good, good. How did you and I meet today?
I was stretching
Yeah.
and I was using the kids' swing to
Yeah,
stretch. And you walked by and you approached me, and I stopped my stretching, and I'm here trying to meet you.
absolutely. And I had never seen somebody do that type of stretch. You said you were stretching your back, right? You said you do it for
Yes.
about 30 seconds or
For,
so.
for 30 seconds, but since I've been doing mobility already for a half hour, this I just wanted to crack my back, and it was
Okay,
very simple. I was very careful, and
nice.
that's how I sustain.
That's really dope. That's really dope. Cool. So I approached you about doing an interview for my YouTube channel. Do you remember the topics we're going to cover? I got you three topics.
I remember mental
Mental
health
health,
and about your
about
feet.
the feet,
Yeah, and gosh, remind me.
reflexology.
Reflexology.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when you hear about feet, what do you think about first? First thing that comes to your mind?
To take care of them.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. I like that. We're gonna ask some questions today to be about your thoughts about feet. Just feel free to answer however you like. Okay.
Okay.
What about when you hear mental health? Anything come to mind?
Of course, yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday.
That
Okay.
presidential
Oh yeah.
debates and elections and all that, and the
Man.
differences between people and how they
Yeah.
approach and their respect to other people. And I think it starts all with your mental health.
100%. Yeah. My girlfriend was very distraught. Um, I think it's because too a lot of men don't understand the impacts that it could have for women. Like we're only thinking like
Exactly.
if you're thinking about your own political views and you're not looking at that as well, that could be something that maybe you need to look at in the future for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, but we're gonna ask some questions today. We're mainly gonna focus on exposure therapy. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
No.
Okay, but we'll kind of cover that, and you can just tell me what your thoughts are.
Okay.
All right. And then reflexology, heard of that before?
Yes, it's like certain points on your feet.
Yes, and in
Yes.
your hands too. Like a lot
Okay.
of people
Yeah.
don't know about that, but yeah, these are like endpoints for us. So we'll kind of cover that, and you can just tell me what your thoughts are about it once we get there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So let's start with the first question for you. Okay. Exposure therapy tends to be for people who sometimes can have like a phobia. They may be afraid to like try new things, step out of their comfort zone. What would you say for yourself? What are your normal what's your normal way of going about trying something new? Like is it even
It's
thought to
very
anything?
it's very easy.
Okay.
Like I'm just told
Okay.
dare, and once it's set in my mind, and setting in my mind could be just in seconds, and I'll do it.
Really? Okay. Because a lot of people don't think like that. I don't know if you know that. Like for me, I started this channel because during quarantine, I was watching another guy's channel. He was talking about exposure therapy, and for myself, I've always been an overthinker. Like I've always like had to think things fully out, and like by the time I think about it, like the moment is already past. It's already too late.
Yeah.
And so like being able to challenge yourself, like okay, here's my comfort zone. If I don't sense anything that's like gonna like hurt me or harm me, like what am I really worried about, right? So that's kind of like why I started getting into it. But it's dope that you've had that mindset to just like, hey, cool, like let's try it, right?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
love that.
One of the recent challenges, as you speak, and you have it right behind you,
Yeah.
for my birthday, which was a couple months ago, I wanted to swim around the pier.
Oh wow.
That was like a big fear for me.
Okay.
And I canceled twice, and I've never done that. So I guess swimming around the pier, yeah, was something that was a little unknown for me. And
Yeah.
but one day I decided, set it on my mind.
Okay.
Didn't process it too much, but I just went to the sand, removed my shoes,
Yeah.
and just went for it, and I did it.
Yeah. And a lot of times, what you find too, right? When you don't allow yourself to think so deeply about it, right? Because then you don't start to make up excuses for yourself, like, well, I can't do it because of this, or this might happen, or whatever. Sometimes it's better to just step out there, like, so you don't give yourself a chance to try to do that, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. So since you are somebody who, like, you kind of step out there, you take those challenges on, do you tend to find yourself having more good experiences? Are your experiences mixed? Like, what would you say, like, usually happens there?
I would say that the majority of the times it's a very good experience.
Nice.
And that's when I guess that leads me into trying again something
Correct.
else, because most of the time when I thought I couldn't do it,
Yeah.
and I was able to expose myself without overthinking, I did it.
Correct. And that's kind of why I like to get into this, and like I get different, reactions from people when it comes to like trying new things. Some people are like, "No, I stay in that comfort zone. Like if I don't know about it, I'm not going nowhere." And then some people are like more like yourself, and it's just like, "Hey, man, like I don't see anything bad that's gonna happen. Let me try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: when it comes to anxiety, do you have any anxiety? And if so, like when you do feel like you have anxiety happening, is there anything that you do to like counteract how you're feeling?
Well, the
Okay.
mental health, right? I recently, in the last 14 months, I had to bury my father,
Oh,
my sister, and my mom.
I'm sorry to hear
Just that alone, in a short period of
that.
time,
Yeah.
it's a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
But then again, this is exactly what I was doing. I do my walks. I prepare myself. I was already like this. I've been
Yeah.
doing this for 18 years. So therefore, when these losses came within 14 months,
Yeah.
not that I was prepared for it, because you can never prepare for something like
You
that,
can't.
but the way I deal with when I start feeling that anxiety is caring for this,
Got it.
taking care of over here, over
Absolutely.
here, and finally, well, physically, because my body is responding to all the
Correct.
exposure
Yeah.
of all it.
And I'm guessing you're releasing those positive toxins too while you're working out, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's helping you like kind of see things more clearer, things like that. And I'm definitely sorry like to hear that. My girlfriend actually just lost her mom. I think it was about 14 months ago as well. Like she lost her mom last August. Suddenly, we still don't even know like what happened, but like. I definitely get you there. Like dealing with those things are never easy, but when they come, I think you got to make sure you have some type of outlet for it, right? Because those emotions are going to be there. But just like, how can I like continue on? Because life doesn't stop; keeps going. Like
right,
the
right,
world never stops around you.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely sorry to hear that. Let me ask you this. Okay, let's jump into these questions now. What are your thoughts about your feet? How do you feel about your feet?
Uh, they need a lot of caring,
Okay.
a lot of caring, because I put 10 miles, 8 to 10 miles a day on them.
Oh wow.
I jump on them. My feet are the ones that sustain me.
Correct. Foundation.
Exactly. It's
Absolutely.
foundation. So if a foundation of a property is falling apart, you
Correct.
need to redo it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you maintain it, it's gonna last you longer. So I am a true believer. I'm always thankful in the morning. I thank
Nice.
my body for
Nice.
responding, but my feet are a big factor, because I
Absolutely.
wouldn't be able to get anywhere without my feet.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. Anybody ever complimented you about your feet before?
Uh, Not really.
No?
I mean, I'm a hiker, so
Okay.
in the hiking world, we do appreciate the response that our feet could go into 25. I've done 285 miles
Are you
in
serious?
21 days, the John Muir Trail.
Really?
And the first thing I do is thank you feet, and I massage them, and I get pedicures, and I go
You
deluxe.
try to
I
do
spent
everything you can to make sure that you keep the
right.
upkeep on it. That's amazing. Yeah.
But for being so active, they don't look that bad.
Okay, there you
They
go.
look very pretty.
Nice. Let me ask you this. So let's say you were wearing sandals, somebody complimented you on your feet.
Hmm.
What would your thoughts be?
I would be thank you,
Okay, because you take care of them, right?
because
You
I
put
take
that,
care of them.
yeah,
Exactly.
because you put that effort into it. So like somebody noticing that and saying like, "Hey, I think your feet are nice," you would like appreciate that.
Right.
That's dope. Let me ask you this: in terms of compliments that you've received, not just physical compliments, but compliments in general. What is a compliment that you can look back on and you're like, man, when somebody gave me that compliment, it really made my day. It made me feel good.
Yeah. The strong. I
Okay.
always get that on a daily basis. You're so strong. You're so
Nice.
strong. And like as I was walking to this swing set, I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking, it's not motivation. It's not motivation that has me for 18 years every day here.
Uh-huh.
It's discipline.
It that is a big one. I like the fact that you just said that. I listened to this guy who's a motivational speaker, and he like talked about that very thing that you just said. Discipline is what sets people apart from greatness, right? Like people who like you need to be motivated. Somebody has to tell you to do it, right? But can you go out there and do it when nobody's telling you to do it? Can you go out there and get it done like every day? Like you said, 18 years. Like that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this: how often do you get pedicures?
Pedicures, because they're becoming like very expensive
They are
now.
expensive.
Now it's, a good pedicure could be $80. So I
Yeah.
try not to go 1 month without it.
Okay. So do you do gel when you go?
I do gel just because I'm
Yeah.
very
Yeah, my
active.
girlfriend does the same thing because like there's been times where she's gone home and our dog has this Kong ball, and she's kicked the ball and like the polish, like when you get a regular polish, just comes right off. But she gets that gel, she's good for a good long time. So yeah, I definitely get what you're saying with that. Have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before? Are you familiar with that?
No, that I
Okay.
haven't heard.
So it's going to see a podiatrist. Podiatrists like offer like different services there. One of the services they offer is like a medical pedicure. It's almost like an examination. So they'll take a look at your feet, check your toenails to make sure your toenails grow correctly, your toe alignment to make sure like you don't have any toes out of alignment. They check your feet for like dead skin, fungus, and they do all the work there with like medical grade equipment. It's actually the cleanest possible pedicure you can get. And they also give you information. So it's like going to see a dentist for your teeth, right? They're gonna tell you like, okay, you got these many cavities. We need to do this. Same thing for like your feet with the podiatrist. What would your thoughts be on if you had a chance to see somebody like that?
100%.
You would do
I
that.
will do it.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, and I always give this information out. Newport Beach, there is a Groupon that they have for one of those. I think it's like a 2-for-1 deal you can get that I've seen in there quite often. So just in case you want to look that up.
Okay.
Next question. If you could only choose one type of shoe or style of shoe to wear for the rest of your life, like you couldn't choose anything else, what would you choose?
Wow.
That's a tough one,
As
right?
a tough one, but what works for me and it'll
Correct.
save me from everything, it's like tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes, like a
Tennis
running shoe
shoes.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what? If I have to walk into a fancy restaurant with tennis shoes,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because I want my feet to be comfortable.
Comfort,
It's not
yes.
about looks. It's about me being comfortable, taking care of my feet.
Correct. Love that. Love that. How often do you go barefoot?
A lot,
Okay.
a lot.
Earthing and grounding? Is that what you
Yeah,
do?
20 minutes.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And can you just share with us, because I always ask people about this, some people really don't know about earthing and grounding. What are the benefits or the things that you feel like you gain from when you do that for 20 minutes?
Mental, just something, feeling peace, feeling connected with earth. And I've heard that it cures other stuff that you don't even know, something to
Yeah.
do with diabetes or
Yes.
other diseases, if you want to call them.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes a day, I try to do sand, grass.
Nice.
But yeah, and that's another reason why I have to keep up with my pedicures.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually interviewed a woman maybe last year, and she was talking about the fact that like she messed her back up. She did something, I think a disc or something like that. She said couldn't afford to do any surgery. Said she went out and stood for like 3 months, just stood in the grass for about an hour a day, and she was like literally healed like over that time just doing that. And I was just like, that's pretty amazing. So that the benefits that you kind of get from that.
Exactly.
And people look at it as like, it's simple. I'm just standing here in the grass. Like, you have to do a little bit more, okay? You have to actively think about like what's happening in that moment.
Yeah.
If you want to see some change in that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. So in this moment right now, could we see what your feet look like?
Of course.
All right. Cool.
So,
All right, and what size shoe do you wear? First?
well, I wear 10.
Okay, 10. All right.
Uh,
And I would imagine you're about 5,
I'm
7.
I'm actually like 5'5". I am shrinking because I'm getting older, I
okay.
guess.
What were you originally like when you were saying your heyday? Yeah,
5'6".
5'6".
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is what my feet look like.
Oh, really nice. Okay, and you have like a greenish, like almost
Yeah, I
tannish
don't really
color on
like it, but I paid for it and
it? Yeah, you like
I
gotta
was
go
not
with it.
I like more like
Okay.
bright colors.
Okay, but you decided something different this time.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
red, burgundy.
Nice. Okay, cool. Can I get you to put your feet straight out? Yeah, straight. Just there.
Do they look healthy?
They do. They look nice. They look smooth. Looks like do you lotion or what do you do? Oil?
I lotion them, and but then again, I take care of my feet because these guys have gone many, 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 many miles.
Love that. Love that. Cool. So let me ask you this. In the moment right now, because we've been going along interview, we took a look at your feet. What's your thoughts? How you feel?
I feel amazing.
Nice.
I'm really thankful that you walked by, and I'm learning something from you, and I'm sure you're learning something from me.
100%. Like just some of the things you talked about, and this is kind of why I started my channel. The name of my channel is called Soleful Discussions, by the way. So it's spelled SOLEFUL. So it's like a double entendre. But the point is that I named it that because we all have different souls, right? But we're all the same, like right? We have different souls, but we also have different souls here, but we're still the same. We're all human. We bleed the same. All of us breathe the same air. So I wanted to just be able to have those type of discussions with like different women getting their output on like what they think. Absolutely. So let's talk about reflexology real quick, and then we'll let you get out of here. Reflexology is about those different pressure points you actually have. Like we talked about, your hands and your feet, they connect to different parts of your body. So like when you go get a massage, you do acupuncture, you do acupressure. You can actually alleviate stress and tension to like these different areas that you have. Like some are for your vital organs, some are for like different muscle groups, but like all kinds of benefits you can get from that. What are your thoughts about something like that that can kind of help you in a more holistic way? How do you feel about that?
Anything, 100%,
Mm-hmm.
because anything that it has to keep me from taking like oral medications
Yes.
prescribed from a doctor,
Yes.
I'm gonna try my best to try any avenue
Absolutely.
to feel my, and I've heard about it, and actually I've done it before with my
Okay.
feet, or oh, well, you have a headache, then I guess the pressure point is
Yeah, it's
somewhere
a
around
pressure point
here.
right here in your hand. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's
So
the other one on your feet is right at the base of your big toe. You massage there, use some essential oils. Definitely helps
yeah,
out. Cool. So with that being said, usually when we get to reflexology, we like to talk about sensitivity. Let me ask you this question: how ticklish do you tend to be?
a little ticklish. I get
You go
some
get
laughs.
pedicures? Are you really ticklish?
A little
They do
bit.
that little pumice
Yeah.
stone thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you a trick. Would you mind if we test that sensitivity right now?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Let me get you to extend your feet out. Okay. And then I'm going to use this tool that I have here. I tried to find something that can kind of like simulate what that's like. Okay, let me get you to flex your feet kind of back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then just tell me which foot you feel it on the most, and then where you feel it at the most. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. All right.
What's that?
Where is it at? Is it right at the ball,
Like-
here,
like-
or here?
It's like on the top.
The top part. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try here. 1, 2, 3, and then
It's
which
the
foot
top.
is most sensitive? Though?
Try it again.
Try it again. Okay, here.
I think the right one.
The right one.
Or,
So it's this one. Okay, here. I want you to try this while I'm doing it. Okay. Wiggle your toes while I'm doing it. Tell me if you feel it more or less. Wiggle. Is it more or
less.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay, so like mentally think about it. Like you have to tell your body to do certain things, right? So your body is gonna like react to that. Okay, I'm doing this. So now while I'm doing this, you're not focused on so much of what I'm doing. You're more focused on that. So it's almost like a distraction.
Okay.
At the same time, what you're doing is you're applying energy, right? I'm applying energy. They cancel each other out. So
I see.
you go get your pedicure. If you were feeling a little ticklish, just wiggle your toes a little bit. Let's try here on the left. Okay, wiggle. And then you feel it less?
Less.
Okay,
Less.
cool. Let's get you to do a couple exercises with your feet. Leave your feet here in this motion. Kind of flex back just a bit. Let me get you just bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that.
A little pain
Where do you feel the pain at?
on the toe. Yeah,
that
big
tends
toe.
to happen a lot. Okay, let's relax. Okay, spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Just spread. You do yoga?
A little
A
bit.
little bit. Okay, relax. And then just wiggle your toes for about 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel any pain, discomfort. I hear a couple of cracks there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Does
Yeah,
it feel...
it's nothing that I'm not tolerating. Yeah, it's fine.
Got
But
it.
it's a little discomfort still on the here.
Little discomfort. Okay, here's some things that you can do at home. If you do not, like if you can't go out and get a massage, I always like to like share this with people what they can do at home with a simple, let's see if I can reach for it and get it. Hold on, do me a favor, hold that for me for 1 second. And you can say hi to everybody while I'm kind of doing this. Can I grab that?
Thanks for watching Soulful Discussions. If you want to see more videos of me or any other ladies, make sure you subscribe and like this video.